What planet are we most likely to find life? Our instinct is to search for Earth-like worlds, while sifting through the vastness of the cosmos. But sometimes, that instinct can be wrong. At times, life can be quite stubborn, and as we will discover throughout this series, life can form anywhere. From gaseous clouds to hellish landscapes, islands made of pure rot, to even the first ice-bitten desert. In our quest for extraterrestrial life, Project OWA embarks on an awe-inspiring journey to a distant galaxy 4 billion light-years away. This expedition is led by Captain Moses Yorm of Mars, Vice Captain MC Kozelman of Earth, Combat Commander Lana Ripley of Mars, First Generation Engineer Orahime Kazuka of Earth, Flight Captain Sam Balboa of Earth, Head of Science Department Latif Jamour, Place of Birth the Moon, but as they are commonly called, Lunarians, RIP Scout Captain Hatake Ripley of Mars, and finally, Admiral Yasmin Yorm of Earth. An ecliptic orange planet, beautiful from this height. All ships remain cloaked as to not leave any marks on a civilization that may exist below the planet's surface. The thick atmosphere challenges our attempts to unveil its secrets. And our descent into the unknown is met with a cacophony of harsh elements. Despite our challenges at first, we had a successful landing, prompting to the deployment of a drone that scanned for life forms. Back on the ship, the scientists examine a sample of landscape, revealing astonishing glimpses of familiar alien biology and unique bacteria from the rocky terrain. This captivates the team, setting the stage for an unprecedented discovery. Among the life forms, there are quite a few extraordinary specimens. Among the extraordinary life forms, the split fire cell, a microorganism boasting an impressive defense, emitting plasma at a scorching 5,999 Fahrenheit. Dr. Latif, was it absolutely necessary for you to say 5,999 exact?
Yeah, of course. Some of these creatures we found had a strange reading. Like, some of them would have like exact, precise readings. Like, they'd only go over by like 1 or 2 points. It's crazy.
Ah, right. I see. As the exploration unfolds, the exclusive radiolapsis adds another layer of complexity. Its ability to turn invisible and unleash a radioactive poison challenges our documentation efforts. This creature releases so much radiation that our cameras aren't able to function properly, as the motherboards and lenses are completely fried due to the amount of radiation this one organism is able to produce. Truly a remarkable, remarkable creature. The journey into the unknown continues to produce more promising and more revelations and mysteries on this unforgiving yet fascinating planet. And finally, last but not least, what is aptly named firefly atoms. Now, firefly atoms can be found in many clusters of many different colors, such as yellows, blues, and greens, but the most common color is yellow. These firefly atoms are incredibly small, at around 0.1 micrometers. We have many lenses that can go beyond micrometers, a lot of them going beyond even nanometers. However, firefly atoms possess a unique attribute in which the light they emit cloaks their body and whatever they're above or surrounded by, therefore making it impossible to see what they look like. However, this wasn't too much of a problem for one of our greatest scientists, Latif Jamar. He was able to use radio waves to measure out the size and speculate to what this creature may look like. Here are some images.
Hi guys, Latif Jamar here again. So when going through this sort of a process, I found a way to use radio waves to, measure out the size and sort of, what it would look like. These are my results. Wasn't able to get too much because, this thing is tiny, like incredibly small. And plus the light presents another problem. This thing produces, again, like its previous, friends, produce a lot of radiation. I have no idea why, but that's why we're here, to discover what these things are and how they produce, all this radiation. And everything else they do.
Okay, thank you, Latif Jamal. That'll be all for now. The beach, perhaps one of the most recognizable areas to both you and me. Majority of planets have beaches. As long as there's water, there'll always be a beach with sand. But on this particular beach, like all beaches, a battle is about to begin. But one of a size that's astronomically far greater than ours. Introducing the first competitor, the bellow jaw, considered a beach king. The bellow jaw isn't a hunter. It feeds on the limestone on the beach. This entire beach was once filled with tall columns of limestone. However, many bellow jaws have been in and out of this beach, and have almost destroyed all of it. There are only 3 pillars left, and this bellow jaw is hungry. Bellow jaws move by compressing their bodies and then shooting it at the speed of sound across the land. Unlike in the water, where it could just simply swim using its tail flukes. This is different. This is an incredibly heavy creature. Its height of about 520 meters tall. This is a truly gargantuan creature. Unfortunately, when filming this creature, its sheer bellows were able to destroy all technology and equipment surrounding it, leaving us with only one option: to create illustrations to demonstrate the battle that happened. The spikes around its first 2 wings allow it to grip to the ground when its head lands, allowing it to pull the rest of its body like an anchor. On impact, the impact that it lands with would be the equivalent of 2 tons of TNT. To us smaller creatures, and unfortunately 3 of our scientists that we sent to investigation, and 2 of our guards, this impact was deadly, taking their lives. This creature's bottom jaw is made out of 2 rows of lion's delight. Its second jaw, many of the scientists are stumped to what it's made out of. Its top jaw has 1 line of teeth, also made of lion's delight. We know it's lion's delight because while it was chewing on the rock, we were able to get samples. These samples were quite large, but we were able to shave off even smaller bits. Back in around 2018, scientists on Earth had discovered lionstellite, which was much tougher than diamond, but incredibly hard to make. It wouldn't last more than a second. But in our day and age, and in the time we're in, lionstellite is incredibly easy to make for people. And seeing this creature sporting a fresh set of chompers made of lionstellite is quite amazing. Its beard is also made out of a mix of compounds, some carbon and a lot of it quite unknown, as will be with the rest of the creatures on this list. Eating out in the open is perhaps not the greatest idea, as this can attract predators. Nicknamed Stormbringer, this creature is around the same size as our first opponent. The only difference is that it's a lot lighter, but it has a couple of tricks. For instance, what you may see as teeth are actually senses. Nearly every animal on this planet has their own unique looking senses. The majority of these creatures on this planet we discovered have no eyes. That sound you hear is the Stormbringer challenging its opponent to a battle, to own the beach that they stand on. The melodram returns his response in kind. The Stormbringer begins to inhale. It is about to demonstrate why it is called the Stormbringer. It exhales and creates a massive storm, but it's not quite a storm. You see, the storm is trapped in what seems to be a balloon. If you blinked, you would have missed it. But within a microsecond, escapes in the